We're back here. We're back in it. As promised, Gimmick Puppet, right? That's what I said. That's what I shall deliver. So, what we were trying to do here is go over the decks and the archetypes that we have got or we are getting, and be able to determine if it's worth picking up. There's a plethora of reasons of why something maybe you shouldn't pick up or you should. Ultimately, it's all subjective and it comes down to preference, right? If you enjoy playing it, you play it no matter what anybody tells you, unless it's runic.
Stop it.
Don't play
Get some
runic.
help.
Stall, stun, etc. Don't do it. Don't be a degenerate. Don't. Come here. Come here. Don't do it. All right. So, just kidding, guys. If you like it, you like it. Play what you like. But what we wanted to look at is, will Gimmick Puppet be meta? Give a good look at if something to be able to determine if it's something that you want to pick up, you want to play, etc. We did in fact do many hours of playtesting.
6 hours later.
And I'm exhausted. But I was able to make a relatively educated deduction on the archetype. So there's a couple different variables that I determined or looked at to determine if it was worthwhile. And so we'll get into that soon. But first, and right off the bat, let's get into some replays. Let's jump into our first replay. So Gimmick Puppet, and here's what we have for our for Gimmick Puppet. This first replay is going to show you the FTK. So initially, I'm going to start off with foolishing our bloody doll. We want a foolish bloody doll to get in the graveyard, start our combo, because we don't have our other piece there. So you'll see, we'll activate the field spell. Field spell is going to get us our Gimmick Puppet little soldiers. And guys, forgive me, I'll figure out a way to slow these replays down a little bit. But here I'll try to walk you through as best as possible, just so you can sort of understand the lines. There are a plethora of combo videos out there that show you the combos for this FTK. There's about 4 or 5 different lines to FTK, all relatively smooth, I guess we would say. But we're not here to go into the combo stuff. We're here to determine, how good the deck is. We understand that FTK, is it consistent? Let's take a look. So with our field spell, we did get our little soldier. Little soldier's effect is going to mill foolish something off to the graveyard. We're going to drop Drury Doll. We already dropped our bloody doll and brought it back, so we don't want to do that again. We could do Terror Baby for some protection, but we can also do Drury Doll for a little bit less protection. Okay, so then we'll activate the bloody doll's effect, which will reveal a XYZ monster from our extra deck, and then be able to special summon itself and the corresponding the corresponding level. So if we did level 4, we would special summon a level 4. If we did level 8, we're going to special summon a level 8. In this instance, we do a level 8. We are going to special summon the Gimmick Puppet Bloody Doll and the Cattle Scream. From there, we're going to Xyz with our little soldiers and our Cattle Scream into Fanatic's Machina. Machina's effect will pitch 1, which will be our Cattle Scream, and allow us to add the rank up magic to our hand. Now, at this point, if we were hit with a draw, it could be an issue, but really not too much. We can still play through it. But here we'll rank up with our magic into our C40 Gimmick Puppet of Dark Strings. We will then use our Cattle Scream's effect to detach a monster from our XYZ and special summon itself back onto the board. From there, it's going to Xyz into our regular number 40 Gimmick Puppet of Strings. We went into our Gimmick Puppet of Strings, and now we're going to activate the rank up magic to bring it back to our hand. Detach a material to add a strings counter onto our C40. This is going to allow us to blow up the C40 once we rank up with our magic, our rank up magic. Okay, what we did here is we did activate the effect of Machina in the graveyard to special summon itself back onto the board. Then we're going to add the rank up magic back as well. We're going to inflict 3,300 damage from our effect on summon, and then blow up our other strings. Field Spell is going to special summon a monster from our graveyard to our opponent's side of the field. We're going to do our regular number 40 Gimmick Puppet Strings. From here, we're going to use our rank up on our Machina to go into the next level, the CXYZ Machina. That Machina will search a trap card, and then we'll use this effect to special summon another monster, detach, and special summon another monster on our opponent's side of the board. From there, we will link off into our Chimera Doll. Chimera Doll's effect will add to our hand, and then allow us to special summon one of our monsters. Now, these lines can be convoluted. Knowing when to bring back your Machina to not have it blow up, what monsters to special summon here. It's not the most easiest combo, right? It's not Tempire Dragon here. Very easy to know and understand. It does take some time. So we're gonna special summon our Gimmick Puppet Bis Doll, because we do have that available. That won't hurt our combo. But we do not want to special summon the Terror Baby, because you will not get Terror Baby's effect if you special summon it. So now we're going to regular summon with our additional extra summon from Machina. We can do our summon of Terror Baby, get Terror Baby's effect, and we will special summon our Cattle Scream. We will then use Little Soldier's Graveyard effect to banish itself to raise by 4 one of our monsters. We are going to, everything's got to be level 8, so Gimmick Puppet Terror Baby needs to be made into a level 8, nothing else. From there, we're gonna XYZ into our number 15, our Grinder, using those 2 monsters. Doesn't matter, I just choose the Terror Baby because we can also then banish Terror Baby from the graveyard to add another layer of protection for our monsters. Grinder will blow up with this effect, inflicting another 3,300. Grinder will then again detach and blow up, causing 3,000 damage. Guys, that is turn 1 FTK Gimmick Puppet FTK. So yeah, that's what that looks like. So real quick, let's get into so very smooth there, right? That looks very smooth. Knowing the lines takes some time again, but that's a very I don't know that there's an easier FTK than that. And again, you can do with about 5 different lines. So let's take a look at another one, another replay showing you what it looks like when we don't necessarily have a smooth FTK, if you don't have smooth lines, if something's interrupted, etc. So we Terror Baby to add some protection. We're going to go into our Field Spell. Field Spell, we're going to get our Little Soldiers. Little Soldiers we're going to summon. We're going to drop out our Bloody Doll. Bloody Doll's effect to reveal, special summon itself in the Cattle Scream. We're going to link XYZ off into our Machina. We're going to rank up into our Dark Strings. Then we're going to detach, special summon our Cattle Scream. Cattle Scream's going to go into our regular strings. So we're right back at the pivotal point of our combo, where we have strings and dark strings on board. Okay. We're going to keep going into our regular combo. Now, okay, we did our first bit of damage. So you have to have the Field Spell, you have to have your Machina CXYZ to make sure you get it off, your FTK. Now, okay, we special summon 1 back onto the board. What happens if we don't do the other one? Can we still FTK? Well, maybe if we go into our rank 9. Okay, so now we left our opponent with 1,400 life points because maybe for some reason we didn't have it there. Okay, what can we do? What can they do? Well, we know that we have some protection, right? And generally our Ghost Mourner, I think if done pristinely, that could have been game, but maybe we didn't exactly know the combo, right? So we can still keep going. Let's see what they have. Can they break our board? Let's let them cook off, right? We're gonna go into battle. They removed 1 thing. We activated our trap, which allows us to bring back our puppet monsters based off of how many monsters our opponent controls, etc. Okay. So we can't be destroyed, right? We can't be destroyed by battle at the moment. I think it's her. Cannot be destroyed by battle. Alright, so Gimmick Puppet monsters you control cannot be destroyed by battle. Also, they're affected by your opponent's activated non-XYZ monster effects. So everything that's non-XYZ we're unaffected by, and they can't be destroyed by battle. So that's a good thing, right? That's some good protection. However, when it comes back to our turn, we do know that that's going to be game, because we could just go back into grinder, we can go into strings, we have multiple different options. So we do lose our protection there with our field spell gone, but there's terraforming. Okay. So we can do Bloody Doll reveal, spell myself back out. We can from there we can fill our board up. The recursion is pretty good. It's okay. Add counters to everything, and we didn't even really need to do this, but we're just going in. We could just blow up from there as game. Yeah, guys. So I mean, I tried to make it, tried to see what it would look like if we didn't just FTK. Still pretty decent going second, being able to. All right, getting into another replay. Let's see what it looks like again going maybe second. We're gonna go against Snake Eyes. Obviously, we know if we go second, it's not an FTK, but can we OTK? We had a pretty good interruption against Snake Eyes. Can we play through their interruptions? Sure we can. We can play through multiple interruptions and still get a good amount of damage off. I mean, it's not gonna be 100% consistently FTKing through all the interruptions all the time, but you can play through some misplaced interruptions. Did our 33. We're here at pivotal point. Going into our Machina. CXYZ, special summon there. We blew up with Machina on this one. So we did blow up with the Machina, and you can, but it only does half the damage, which we are okay, because now we have the 33, the C40, and they only have 32, so we can go in, we can go into our big grinder, and that's game, right? If they don't have anything to stop what's coming, our grinder, giant grinder, it is game. All right, we're back here with the last replay of 3, showing you a failed combo. Let's see, what if we don't have FTK? Wink, wink. What if we don't have it? What if we don't have it? What if we miss a line? What if we miss a line and now we don't have FTK? So we're going to go into our regular combos here. We're at our pivotal point where we have both strings on the board. We know that this one is going to add the counter, and then we're going to be able to rank up and blow up. So what you just saw there was an imperm onto number 40, Gimmick Puppet of Strings. Unfortunately, he already activated his effect. He already added the counter on there, which is going to blow up. And now, like, we just, yeah, it wasn't a well-placed imperm. I think that holding on the imperm for probably giant grinder towards the end allows them to hang on for another turn. So one of the good things that that the Gimmick Puppet will have going for it is that people won't know where to hit unless they're watching all these videos. Then they'll know where to hit. But there's still a good amount of lines to where you can play through some interruptions, but you can't play through all of them, guys. Please don't watch all these FTK videos and think that you can play through, 3 Ashes, 3 Mourners, 3 Ogres, 3 Imperms, 4.5 Nibiru's, and think you're gonna come out with an FTK. It's not gonna happen. But like I said earlier, you can play through some interruption. So another imperm here. So this stops our CXYZ from special summoning another monster onto their board. That does mitigate some of the damage. We can still detach, and we should, because we do want to have our Machina ability to come back. We are going to put the level of our C40 Dark Strings over there because we still can. We can still snatch away some more of their life points. Our Terra Baby combo, banish, make level 8, giant grinder. Blowing up, leave them at what, 1400 again? So 1400 life points for our up here. Another option, going rank up a couple times, would be able to go in, or at least one more time, to go into this gentleman here. Our number 15 or C15 will give us game as well. if you have the ability to use the rank up again. So they are going to blow up our field spell. They're going to give us our Vados. But unfortunately with Ashen, I guess that's all they had. Realistically, once you break that field spell, you want to break the board, and they did not do that. So, I mean, essentially our Giant Grinder right here has game. They surrender because Giant Grinder is going to special summon back on the board and blow it up this game. So that's it. That's Gimmick Puppet. Now, a couple of the things that we want to look at, right, is like ease to play. Is it easy to play this deck? Well, I don't know. I don't know that it's easy. It's not easy. It's not. Sorry, I moved this all over the place. It's not easy by any means. It's not. Break it down. What do we like to see? So let's bring it in. Here we go. Okay. So here's how I want to grade it. On S being, you know, obviously the best, right? It is. You know, there aren't many comparisons above what we have, and F just being the worst, C being average, of course, B being above, A being good. That's just the standard, good above standard, right? Whatever. So FTK, OTK is there. We saw it. It is probably one of the best options, the easiest lines compared to other FTKs, which, you know, takes you know, crazy combo lines and, you know, the blood of your firstborn and another sacrifice to be able to pull off. This one's very easy. That is there. That's apparent. Power of the deck. Well, we have some big beat stick monsters, but we don't really have negates. We don't really have, you know, that imposing, like, oh no, this monster's on the board, like Mirror Jade, right? He's gonna cause problems. Skull Guardian, he's a big, you know, 40-50 with a negate. Burn the Floor, Burlowed Savage. That's not there. We have basically, if they're not doing blowing up to cause damage, they're Blue Eyes White Dragon. They're just a vanilla monster with high attack. So for that, I do want to put it in the C tier. The recursion's there. You saw the monsters coming back, being able to swarm the board during certain situations. I think that's above average for recursion. Consistency, I would have liked to been able to see more consistency out of the deck. Unless I'm mistaken, guys, if you know a way, leave it in the comments, but there's no way to search the field spell, right? But we can play 4 with terraforming, but there's no way to search the field spell. I think if we have an ability to search the field spell, this is going to make the deck. It might be. I don't like to say it. I hate the word because everything on YouTube is broken. But if you can search the field spell, it might be broken. Protection. Field spell protection, Jury Doll protection, Terror Baby protection. The protection's there, and I think is far above average. It's really good. The protection's really good. Versatile. It's pretty versatile, right? There's 4 or 5 different lines for FTK, OTK. There's less than what I would like to have, like, on a good end board. If you're not FTKing or OTKing, the end board is a little lackluster. So it's not really versatile in that. I can't rank it any higher. But the versatility to be able to drop different monsters in the graveyard, do different things, XZs into different monsters, do different damage, inputs, outputs, etc. So I think it's pretty versatile. Easy to play, the last category. It's not the easiest. I would say maybe about average or slightly below average. Yeah. So on a scale from like Tenpai to, you know, one of your most complicated decks, it's definitely not Tenpai, right? So it's maybe somewhere in the middle, maybe below easy to play, but ultimately, it's not bad. It's not going to be you know, tier 0, tier 1. I think my honest opinion, Dad's opinion, is that this is going to be a good rogue option. A good rogue option for people. It's going to catch people off guard. People aren't going to know when to interrupt, what to do. So I think it's playable, guys. It's playable, but don't think for a second it's gonna be tier 1, tier 0. You know, winning worlds. I don't see that there. Now, again, only time will tell. These replays were based off of best of ones and people testing out their decks too, so it's not a good analysis per se of best of 3, taking it to locals, etc. But for that and for me, I'm gonna give it a solid 2 out of 5 stars. I think it's just slightly below the cut for me to want to be able to play competitively. But guys, I do hope you enjoyed some true honest testing of the deck. Like I said, it was a lot of testing that I was finally able to bring this to you, because I wanted to give you guys a couple different looks. I mean, the FTKs were there, the losses, the bricks were there. We would have a lot of replays of the bricks. I would be able to build you and your mama a house, and nice brick house that the big bad wolf of the White Woods would not be able to blow down. But again, hope you guys enjoyed some quick gameplay, quick replays. These are my thoughts on Gimmick Puppet. If you're interested in the deck, go ahead and pick it up. If you were hoping that it was going to be tier 1, tier 0, you might want to hold off for some more competitive gameplay on this one, and before you make that purchase. But I appreciate you guys watching the video, sticking it out with me. If you're an OG and you like what you see, go ahead and like, subscribe, maybe hit that notification button so you can catch the videos coming out. But I would appreciate it. And with that,